So yeah, what is up guys, Ghost here, and today I got you guys to episode 9 of the bugged weapons of Call of Duty series. So if you guys of course missed the previous episode, I'll leave it down below in the description. It was episode 8 of course, where we covered things such as a literal 0 damage SWAT in Black Ops 2 and some different sounds on the Wii version of MW3. It's pretty interesting, so check it out down below in the description. But of course guys, with this series we're not only just covering bugged weapons or whatever, anything that involves say some types of quirks with anything in COD, not only just guns, but some mechanics of the game, score streaks, whatever it is guys. If you have an interesting fact or quirk about COD, comment it down below so I can include your comments for the entire series and whatnot. So yeah, make sure you guys do that, but make sure you guys are also subscribed with notifications turned on and personalized to all, so we can get closer and closer to that 400k mark. And if you guys learned something useful, or if you enjoyed the video, for sure drop a like to help out the YouTube algorithm and just show some support here on the channel. But anyways, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So to start off the video guys, we have something very interesting with Advanced Warfare. This is like a hacked class setup with a with the Modern Warfare 3 flash grenade icon in the kill feed and in the HUD. This is like supposed to be a contact grenade, and I think these contact grenades were actually in the campaign. I kind of forgot. It's been a while since I played this game, this game's campaign. But this is from Rammell. I hope I pronounced your name right. Sorry if I didn't, but this gameplay is from him, and obviously he's showcasing his class setup, which has this contact grenade, which obviously you can't access this normally in multiplayer. I think it's like a glitch slash hacked class setup. I've seen these before, like way back in the game's prime, and after this game's prime, some people actually do have these in their class setups, and they're instant kills. Like as soon as it literally hits contact with, hence the name, contact with the floor, it automatically just explodes, and it seems like a very, very powerful type of lethal device. And I kind of wish it was in the game, but then again I kind of wish it was not in the game's multiplayer, because if it was, it would be annoying. You see how very easily he's getting kills with this thing? Yeah, that would be overpowered as all hell. But maybe that's exactly why they didn't bring it into Advanced Warfare's multiplayer. So yeah, let's go on to the next one though. So moving on to the next one, this gameplay credit is to BR Laser. I'll leave down below the original video in the description, of course, go check it out. But of course you can clearly see what's wrong with that Ballista, man. That Ballista has like 3 attachments in one. It's just crazy glitched and clipping all over the weapon and floating all over the gun and whatnot. And also here's some other gameplay credit to Merc Music. You can check out his video as well in the description. Basically he does a tutorial on how to do this. So to do this, which you can't do anymore at all, so if you're trying to do it, you literally can't anymore at all unless you find a way. But you put the iron sight on the Ballista, right, and then you actually go to Call of Duty Elite, which if you guys remember this, you're an OG. You go to COD Elite on the class setups on there, and then you put any attachment you want, iron sight, combine it with anything, literally anything on there, and it glitches out the view model with specific attachments. That's literally how you do it, and all because of the COD Elite. And you by default cannot have an iron sight plus ballistic CPU at all whatsoever. It doesn't allow you to, because it doesn't have a scope on it. But with this little glitch with COD Elite, you can.
Dang it, rocker sign.
Hacker!
What the heck?
Wow.
Moving on to Modern Warfare 3, this is a very interesting one here, okay? So apparently you could get specific Modern Warfare 2 weapons in MW3, but in the campaign. So Nikolai says, during the mission Stronghold in MW3, there's a prison underneath the security office, and in one of those rooms, there's a UMP with an ACOG sight. The ACOG sight has a reticle from MW2, and then Scott says you can also find the MW2 model of the M16 in the campaign when using the grenade launcher attachment. Certain DLC Spec Ops missions have the MW2 SPAs and UMP. So yeah, apparently you can get like certain like MW2 weapons in this game, but only in the campaign. And of course this gameplay credit is to Seth. I'll leave down below the original video in the description so you can check it out. But yeah, as you can see, this is clearly the Modern Warfare 2 model of the UMP 45, and then here's the original MW2 UMP to prove that fact. Even the ACOG sight is the same in both MW3 and the MW2 one. And of course this is what we all know as the Modern Warfare 3 UMP with the ACOG scope as well. So you can clearly tell it uses the same model for whatever reason, not sure why, and the recoil was kind of like glitched out, and like even more on the MW3 version of the MW2 UMP. So moving on, this one involved the M4 in both MW2 and COD 4, and this is from Martin. We have so many, you know, bugs and whatnot from Martin here, but focusing only on the M4 one, which he says M4 and MW2 have the COD 4 M4 icon on the kill feed. So here's the icon with the M4 and COD 4. That's what the original icon looked like. And then going to Modern Warfare 2, as you can see, it's the same thing. Like, they use the same asset for the M4 icon and MW2, when obviously the M4 in this game does not look like that at all whatsoever. It has a very, very different and distinctive iron sight in MW2 compared to the one in COD 4. So yeah, there's like a big difference with the gun model, but the kill feed asset and the icon is just the same in both Modern Warfare games. They did fix this in MW3, but I'm not sure why they just so happen to use this. Maybe they probably forgot to change it, or they're like, nah, let's just go ahead and use the same one for nostalgic reasons. I have no clue. So moving on here, Advanced Warfare has a little bug with the tactical knife attachment on pistols. It actually decreases the field of view and increases the recoil of some pistols in this game, but it does change the field of view of every pistol, as you can see. So pay attention to the yellow lines on the bottom of the screen. They disappear when I have the tactical knife on, therefore meaning that the field of view does in fact decrease. It lowers the field of view. I don't know why it does that. It's pretty weird, you know? And it also changed the iron sight sometimes as well with the pistol, making the iron sight either larger or smaller. With a PW, it makes the iron sight smaller, which is pretty odd. But then here's the recoil patterns, all right? As you can see, the Alice 45 clearly has more recoil with a tactical knife. That's just plain weird. And same with the MP4 for the Glock. It does have more recoil with the tactical knife. The other pistol is a very slight increase in recoil, but it's weird. I don't know why it does this. Moving on to the next one, Martin again says the M1014 had a different weapon model when ADS with the red dot sight equipped. So you can see the difference. It's night and day how the iron sight, or just the way it looks when you ADS, is just so small compared to the regular iron sight M1014. Going back and forth, there's an obvious difference. It looks just way smaller. But if you actually do this to another shotgun, the model and the iron sight or whatever, it doesn't change like to be smaller or larger. It's relatively the same compared to the iron sights on the other shotguns, but the M1014 is just different in this aspect, and it changes like the whole model for whatever reason, but it's just only to this one. And it's also the same with the original COD 4. It's the same bug, it does this as well. But let's go on to the next one. In IW here, pay attention to the fire rate. Okay, so Martin again says MV4 Honey Badger Epic variant in IW has the same epic perk as the Epic Chaos variant, higher fire rate when hip firing. It's just a hidden and smaller effect, and same for the Trencher Epic variant with the Underbro Smoke Grenade launcher. So going back and forth between the base variant and then the Honey Badger variant, for whatever reason you have an increase in the fire rates when you hit fire, just like the other variants, which does state it does have an increase when you hit fire. But the Honey Badger one does kind of say it has an increase in the fire rate, but it doesn't say if it's hip firing or ADS. It doesn't, you know. But the other variants here of the Trencher, it has like the very same effect, right? When you hip fire, it has a higher fire rate compared to the base version, when the description of this gun clearly doesn't say any type of increases in the fire rate when you ADS. There's no wording of that at all, but yeah, it does that. So there's an obvious like hidden weapon perk right there that is a bonus for the Trencher as well the NV4 Honey Badger. So yeah, that's very interesting right there for sure, and that's gonna wrap up the entire video right there for sure, guys. Comment down below some weapon bugs or quirks with anything in Call of Duty so you can possibly be featured in the next video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Made it to the end here. Comment Black Ops 2. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.